Live. Woo woo.
We are arguing over who's
100
going to do the recap.
We're 100% ready for this. It's going to be Sarah because I have made a decision that we're going to just. Well, Duryea did it last week, and we're just going to go around the clock. I mean, that makes sense to me, right? This way, everyone will know from now on.
So Danny just totally pulled that off out of left field because like it was all going toward Thomas, and then we go live, and Danny's just like, "So Sarah," and I'm like, "What? Huh?"
Yeah, I just it seems right. And this way, like we're not like, oh, who hasn't done it in a while and la 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 la. We can just be like, who did it last week? Me. Okay, you. See?
Okay,
Systems.
I'll do it and stop bitching. Maybe.
All right. Maybe.
Do I go now, or are we doing something else first?
Oh, yeah, see, look, like we're all discombobulated now, right? Okay, so hey, everybody, welcome. We're going to be playing Shadowrun tonight. It is Tuesday night. That's what we do on Tuesday nights. We're doing Shadowrun missions. I'm Danny, and I am with Realm Alternus Games, creative stuff, things like that. Also, Callus Games Labs as their missions coordinator and project lead. We are playing tonight in SRM 0503, which is Gone Long Gone, from the Chicago missions. And we are once we're done with this mission, we'll be halfway through season 1 of the missions. That'll be great. Yeah, we've got our players here tonight, and Sarah is going to let us know what happened last week and catch us all up so that we know what we're doing tonight.
Yeah, Kender Mage said I should recap D&D instead of SR because I get my streams confused. It says a lot to me though that like we're halfway through season the first season and we're at episode 13. So we're going for a nice 26 episode season 1 so far with how we're going. So last time we got a job. We had talked to Maggie and Sarah. That was 2 weeks ago. So last week we were at the collective and we decided that we were going to take both jobs with some clarification from Maggie, which we got. And so we got all the supplies that we need and we did some strategizing, which went well. I think it's the first episode that we haven't argued. So that's cool. And then we headed in Darcy toward the location to do some scouting, but we got cornered in an alley by some gangers until Gertrude was like, you know what, Darcy's built for this, and we rammed a fence and got away. So then we were just arriving at the location, going to a nearby building, parking a little bit way away so that we could do some recon and some scouting. And Kaida did some astral like poking through where you do the like peek okay, so that you don't get spotted hopefully. So yeah, that's what we've done so far.
Cool.
That is what we've done so far. So with that, what's going to happen now is we're gonna set the scene here again, and you are still in the van at this point. Kaida has kind of done a little bit of a look around. Realize that the astral, the fabric of the astral here is a little bit degraded, or not just a little bit, enough degraded that it's going to affect his ability to work magic, as well as anything. So anything that has dice rolls, you're going to have to subtract 2 from. So that's anything on Sarah's rolls as well. So if Flea has a roll, so like your agility boost, that is a dice roll based boost, and so you're gonna have to subtract the 2 from that dice roll. So
I'm sad.
Still in the van. Doesn't seem to be any activity outside. Looking at the front of the building, there does seem to be some sort of a main lobby. It's boarded up. All the windows are boarded up. The door is also kind of boarded up on where the glass would be, but then you see that it doesn't have a chain or anything in front. It looks a little bit like slightly ajar, and yeah, that's where we're at. There's a building kind of across the street, maybe catty corner a little bit, that you think might have a solid enough structure for you to get up on like the second, maybe even the third floor if you want to try your luck, and see if you can get kind of keep an eye out on it and look at it and watch it for a while. And we determined that nobody has a Geiger counter.
Yeah,
Correct.
Okie doke.
I thought Jen had, I thought Gertrude had one. No?
I've got a biomonitor, but I don't believe I've got a Geiger counter specifically. I wasn't sure if that got included in the biomonitor.
Okay.
No, but if you are suffering from radiation poisoning, your biomonitor will alert you.
Yeah. One way to know.
So, all right. I got everybody here. Yep. Okay, so there were some iodine pills. If everyone wants to take their iodine pills, there's that.
Let me take some of those pills.
We never, when I had the conversation with the spirit, I never told the group. Do we need to do that, or are we going to assume that happened?
We can assume that happened at this point.
Okay. So I'm guessing, okay, so after knowing that, I want to take my iodine pill.
Okie doke.
Well, if it's
I got a lot, so we're good.
Okay, if it's something that prevents instead of cure, I have some too.
I was about to say something totally inappropriate.
No.
I was going to say something totally inappropriate just then, but I didn't say it.
Well done. All right. Well, then, what's the plan here?
I'm gonna find like a spot where I can kind of oversee the street and the neighborhood a little bit, but kind of keep low to the side of the window and just peek out and over and take up a watch for a little while.
All right. So you're heading over to the building, and as a group, I imagine.
Yes, please. I'll do some. I don't know who all is ex-mill in the group, but I'll give like some of the like signs and stuff like that. I don't know what they mean, but Flea does. That's important.
Gertrude gives you some signs back that are definitely not military signs.
Yes.
Etienne saw these sign in the classes he took with the neo-anarchists, but he doesn't know them very well, so he's super excited to use them, but doesn't know how.
I think that you guys are all having seizures, and I just walk into the building.
Good. That went so well.
And
about as well as I should have expected.
If we are exiting the van, I'm gonna put on my helmet and seal the suit.
Okie doke. That will pretty much protect you from any bad things that could happen. All right. So you guys make it up to like I said, so the second floor is pretty easy. There's like in the back of the building, it's collapsed actually, but here up in the front, it seems pretty sturdy. There's some pillars that are kind of like main supports that are holding up the second floor. It looks like you could climb up to the third. There's no stairwell to the third floor. The stairwell that leads to the second floor kind of starts going to the third floor, but then it ends in rubble and crumblies and stuff. But you could probably boost up and get somebody up to this third floor, where there is the just like the front, like maybe 5 to 10 feet of the building still remains.
Seems like we could get someone up here if someone wants to give someone the old alley-oop.
I can levitate you.
I mean, that works too. But you sure you want to do that with all that?
Oh yeah, that's right. What if I try to levitate him? How's that going to go right now? Are you going to make me roll for it?
So you can imagine that if you even get one hit on a levitate, you could raise him up in about 10 seconds, and then you could even maintain it so that he wouldn't fall. If like something was crumbling, like you could let him like move around on his own, but then if like he did step somewhere and it kind of broke down, you could just like re-engage by maintaining your concentration on the spell slightly.
But I'm not gonna have to. Okay, I'll try it. Let's test this.
I mean, if like you get into a fight or something, you'll probably want to be like, all right, well, don't fall, and drop it so you can do other things.
But this is I'm just lifting him up so you can see inside, right?
You're lifting him up to the third floor of the building you're in, across the street a ways. so that you can kind of just watch for a little while and see if anyone comes and goes or anyone drives by or anything like that. And the second floor is pretty stable, but the third floor looks like it could, like maybe if Gertrude went up there, it would probably she'd probably step through like the floor somewhere and fall.
I was thinking just to levitate to get him up there, and if he falls back to the, but he's only going to fall one floor. Then like, oh
Sure.
fuck, well, okay.
Oh yeah, I'm only gonna fall one floor.
It's not as bad. I'm gonna die. Listen, you were gonna go. Listen, you were gonna go up there before I suggested to levitate you.
Is this true? Is this true? All right,
Before you cast the spell, can I? I'm gonna grab Gertrude, and we're gonna stand real close to Kaida to kind of block his. Or we are the opaque bodies around Kaida, so that nobody can see him glowing magic.
You are the lesser glowing thing, so no one sees the magic glow of the spell.
Oh, that is true.
I'll buy that.
Oh, I thought you might want to do the basket catch.
The basket catch.
Trust falls.
I like how nobody's worried about him falling. That's not the
Okay, so
before I go
minimum.
up there, before I go up there, can I get some rope from one of you guys so I can help pull you guys up? If need
We're all
be.
going up on there.
If need be, it might be advantageous. Might as well have the rope and not need it, and then get up there and be like, "Oh fuck," and not have it.
Well, if that's the case, I'll just levitate myself up there.
I'm not sure that there's any sort of OSHA regulations around this crumbling floor, so I'm gonna stay here. But you can use my rope. But I'm gonna stay more grounded. I already have to have everything made special for me, and this does not look like a troll-safe building.
Well,
Fair
and
enough.
worst case, we have you at the van, so if we need to take off running, we've got our ride ready to go.
Hey.
Did you bring some bandages?
I always have bandages.
She took them out of the car since yesterday, Satchel.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's no bandages anymore. We decided we didn't need them.
All 321.
You just counted them.
I did.
All right, well, to cast the spell on whoever you're casting it on, you're going to have to cast at least force 3, because that's going to then, with a background count of 2, lower you down to a force of 1. But a force of 1 for a simple levitate spell that you just need to get them alley-ooped is perfectly fine.
Okay, so levitate.
And it's a -2 on your roll modifier.
-2. Got you. -2. Force 3. Submit. Thank you.
Nice. So
That's 21
21
for drain.
No,
You don't see that
1
20?
is what it would be, but the minimum drain is 2.
Okay.
That's why the 1 is kind of bolded a little bit.
Right. I noticed that too.
So yeah.
Gotcha.
So go ahead and roll that. And then since it down to a force 1, you want to keep the 1, so it's a 1. But that's plenty enough. You can move 1 meter every 3 seconds, and so it takes about 10 seconds to just kind of slowly move. Is it Satchel or Kaida that's going up?
I'm gonna go up. No,
Okay.
Satchel's stronger than me, isn't he?
Probably. Like if something's up there that wants to murder.
Right. I'll send Satchel up there.
Okay. All right, Satchel. So you're up there, easily on the 3rd floor. No curbs are hit on the way up, so feeling good about that.
So just kind of like looking around, and what do I see? I'm up there.
So what you see is just mostly the street. A lot of the buildings here, 3 to 4 stories, is about as tall as they get. So you can kind of see out a little bit over towards the Shadow Graves, where the very tall skyscrapers, many of them have fallen over or into disrepair. Where those are, you can kind of see. You can actually see Midway Tower down to the southwest, where you had an incident once upon a time. Then yeah, and you just kind of get this look around, looking over at the direction of Valley Rose Pharmaceutical. You notice that there's not a whole lot going on that you can see. All the windows are entirely boarded up. But what I'd like you to do is go ahead and make a perception test.
As I'm doing this, I'm gonna like ask Etienne if he's patching my eyes through to everybody.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Is it perception?
It is perception. I do want to check one thing real quick.
It seems like it's stuck. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Gonna have to reload Roll20. I'm sorry, it froze on me. It's just I thought my entire computer froze. So can you roll it for me?
I can roll it for you. You have optical binoculars. Would you like to look through them?
Yes, I would.
Okay. No modifiers because you're looking through binoculars. Hey, so that is a 1 out of all the dice, and not a glitch. Not a glitch. 8 dice you rolled, 4 dice were 1s. Not a glitch. However, you did get 1 success. So as you're watching, you do notice that on the second floor, where the windows are boarded up, the boards, there's like just a little bit of space between them. And every once in a while, like for like a couple of minutes, you see like it must be like maybe someone standing on the other side and is kind of shifting or whatever. And then eventually it stops. But it does give you this sense that somebody's inside, at least on the second floor.
I think we have someone on the second floor across the way. Do you see that? Assuming that people can see my patch.
You're the only one up there, though, right?
Yeah, but I'm feeding his cyber eyes to everyone through Matrix.
Somebody said that there were some gang members or something that lived upstairs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Who was that? Do you remember?
Were they gang members or were they acolytes?
They
We
were.
had the whole discussion about thrill gangers versus go gangers and all that. So these are like, they just like to have a good time and they don't care who gets hurt, or and hurting people is a good time for them.
Yeah, I don't remember who said it, but I remember that it was. We thought they might be accolades, but then we heard that they were the thrill gangers instead.
So we have at least one up here on the second floor. Any thoughts, Fleet?
I wish we had fly spy drones so we could send something over there to try to scope it out. Kaida, you don't have any kind of clairvoyance spells, do you?
I don't think so. I think the best I can do is really just. I don't think it would be a spell. I think it might be a skill. Let me check. I mean, control thought doesn't allow me to read thoughts. So, no. Let me see. It won't be. And MindNet doesn't allow me to know what other people are thinking either. No. Okay. I think the best thing I have would be. No, I don't have anything. Best thing I can do is a sensing. Sorry. And I
Can you send one of your spirits over there and glean information?
Yes, let me send my spirit across the street where the guy is who is gonna fuck everybody up. Let's do that.
I mean if better him than us.
if your spirit is sneaky.
No. Listen, my spirit already told me when I talked to him earlier, bro, he already told me that he don't even really want to be around all this nonsense. So
well, that's because the magical energy here sucks.
Right. And so I'm sending him further into harm's way, which I definitely don't remember whether it was the spirit that told me or that random guy from, that speaks to us from the universe. But they basically said, like, the last thing I want to do is send my spirit somewhere where they can be hurt.
So,
go ahead.
Yeah, no one wants to be hurt. But if one of them is particularly stealthy, they might be able to get in and out without getting seen.
Okay. I have air and man, right, GM?
Yes.
Okay, let me see.
The other thing is, if you do have, if they are sneaky, we could also, you know how you did that phase in, like gently, and then just retreated? You could do something like that similarly, just on the second floor, because my guess is that Toxic Shaman and his spirit friends aren't going to want to hang out with a bunch of ganger groupies. So that way we could at least get a count of how many people.
So what is it that we're trying to find out when he's going to look over there for what now?
Exactly. How many are in there? How well armed they are? Like, are they cybered up? Are there any awakened? Are there, like, kind of getting more of a lay of, you know, is it us versus 5 or is it us versus 25?
Danny, is this stuff I'm going to have to roll for, or can I just ask him?
You're going to ask him. I will end up doing a lot of the rolls kind of behind the scenes, and probably to speed things up, I'll be buying rolls, which in this case, because your spirit is a force 8, is kind of beneficial in the spirit's direction.
I have concealment, or the spirit has concealment.
Yeah, that would work for you guys when you're trying to get in without being seen.
But not for him. Okay, so and he's at risk of being seen by the Toxic Shaman.
Yes, but it has to be the direct line of sight with nothing in between, like no glass or anything.
Here's my recommendation, Duryea, if I were playing a mage. Step 1, I would do exactly what Satchel's doing in terms of like observing from a distance, and see if you can see, like, kind of remember when we went to the airport and there were spirits like circling around. See if there's anything like that and see if it's timed. If there's no spirits outside, then I would send a spirit to just the second floor to just phase in and sneakily try to get a lay of how many gangers are up there, and then we can make a better decision from there. If your spirit does get seen, sending them a different direction from us might be helpful, because then any recon goes a different direction.
Throw my spirit to the wind.
No, it can come back.
I mean, that's an air spirit, right?
Right, that's how it feels. Right? How I don't know any of that.
It's not a bad plan.
With this, okay, that's fine. We'll do that.
All right.
You all know better than I do.
So
And
I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to kind of talk through what happens so that you know kind of how this is working. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to do all the dice rolls, but I'm going to explain the dice rolls. So what happens now is you give your, so you know there's a basement, a first floor, and a second floor. You're going to send your air spirit to recon. Is there any parameters? Like, do you not want the spirit to go to a certain part?
I don't want him to go to the basement.
Okay, so don't go in the basement, but everywhere else kind of check. And if you run into trouble, skedaddle.
Yeah, and go the opposite direction. But I want to preface this by saying I'm going to tell the spirit, whether they can hear it or not, that this is not my idea. And I wouldn't normally ask them to do this. And they're telling me that it's like our best play. But if you have to save yourself, spirit. That's what I'm going to say to my spirit before I do any of this. Okay, continue.
Okay, sure. All right, so you give the spirit the commands. The strange sort of air-like dragon head shimmers and it nods, and then for you it almost just disappears from your vision because movement is really fast on the astral. So I'm going to go ahead and make a couple rolls. Well, I'm not going to roll. So it does a thing. So what it's going to do first is it's going to try and do this stealthily. Now, right now it's a force 6 spirit of air because of the background count. So that means that the base of its stats are based on that amount. And then depending on the kind of spirit, it might be a little higher or lower. And then their skills are based on that amount. So this spirit of air normally has an 11 agility. No stealth skill. but 11 agility is pretty good. That goes down to a 9 because of the background count. -1. It's 8 dice for its sneaking check, which is still pretty decent. It's going to get 2 if I buy hits. Every 4 dice you have, if you're allowed to buy hits, is worth 1 success. So 8 is going to get 2. So does anyone that can see in the astral and would be looking in the astral notice your spirit? So you're going to know when the spirit gets back that there is a spirit in there that is not the not belonging to the toxic shaman.
Wait, you're telling you said
I'm telling you this because the spirit will report us.
That's not the question. I was asking. Okay. You're saying if there's a spirit there, he'll tell me, or you're telling me that there is a spirit.
I'm telling you right now, me, Danny, telling Duryea right now, there is a spirit there.
Gotcha.
So that you know what I'm talking about when I talk about these numbers. Gotcha. So the spirit that's in there is a rating 4, which is not aspected towards the background count, but is not against the background count either. So it's a 4, straight up 4. So even with the -2, yours is better than this one.
Help me out. Aspected means that they would be a toxic spirit, right?
Yeah, like whatever the bad vibes here.
It's not. So it doesn't lean that way.
It doesn't lean either way. So it's not like, so it's been here long enough that it's chill, but it's not aspected.
So as far as the aspects, my understanding has just changed a bit. So you're saying it's like Pokemon, where it's like a water and a fire Pokemon like would be bad to go. There's negative or positive, but you're saying that it could be like an Earth Pokemon, so where it's just neither, it has no effect one way or another.
So what I'm saying is like, if you are from Georgia and you move to Minnesota, you're like, this place is fucking cold and I hate it and I'm freezing all the fucking time, right? But then after you've been in Minnesota for like 10 years, you're acclimated. Now, that doesn't mean you like the snow. That doesn't mean you're like really good at like the snow like people who grew up there, but you're acclimated, so it's not at least making you like miserable when you go outside. It's more like that. It's like acclimated. So if you hung out in this area for a long time with your spirits, eventually they'd be like, all right, this, but it'd be a long time. And that's kind of how spirits get aspected in some cases anyway. So,
okay.
So because it's a force, it's a force 4, which means that it has an intuition of 4 and a perception also of 4. So that means that it will be able to see if it's looking at you. Where's the perception? There it is. It will also get a 2 on its check. So if it's looking and once it gets to all that part, it's probably going to notice your spirit, and then we'll figure out what goes on from there. All right. This person is 6.
Kendermage says, Troll Ganger, I choose you.
I mean, I kind of want to play that game now.
I know, right? Gotta jump them ball. Okay, gangs.
I'm going to go play Shadowrun Returns while thinking about this.
Okay. All right. So to minimize that ability, your spirit uses an ability on that spirit before it's seen, which will reduce that spirit's dice pool by 1. So your spirit has a confusion ability. No, it's not fighting spirits. It doesn't want to be seen, right?
Okay.
So it pokes its head in there and it sees that there is another spirit of air. And if that spirit of air turns, it's going to see your spirit of air. It's going to see it. And the jig is up. So what your spirit does is uses one of its abilities to sort of like, we're using confuse, to sort of like make this spirit not like fully in control of its mental faculties, right? Which is going to reduce the dice pool by 1, which makes it 7, and that's not enough to get it the full 2 dice on perception when we're buying hits. So that's it's just trying not to be seen. It's doing its best.
Can confuse make them hurt itself? Just for the Pokemon theme?
So the way the mechanics work is every hit on a confusion spell or power reduces the dice pool of whoever the target is by 1 for anything they try to do. So eventually you can get them to not be able to do anything.
I do have the mind control confused.
You do have the mind control spell as soon as you
I'm
see
sorry,
somebody.
I was talking to somebody in my head.
Oh, okay. And also, this is one of those times where if you used it, no one's going to get mad at you.
So why, when I suggested that a few minutes ago, did everyone say no?
Literally, no one
I
said
think
no.
I think it was just like it's not going to work right now in that moment, but when you get to it, like there might be a purpose for it. But I think it was just
so
like,
essentially I couldn't have controlled somebody's. No, I was thinking one of the troll
you can't see them right now.
Control them and be like, what are we? And then be like, hey, this is what I see. Make him do stuff.
No. So you can't do that.
Okay.
You can't jump in their minds. You have to be able to see them. Once you see them and line of sight is established, you can cast the spell.
I can make
and
them.
then you're not in their heads. You're controlling them and making them do stuff. All right. So your spirit is going to sense everybody that it sees in the bottom and top floor. It has an sensing skill, which is 6 because of the force, and its intuition is also 6. So it's going to roll 12 dice, so it gets 3 hits. On 3 hits, it gets pretty good information on what's going on. And so when it returns, it tells you the following. It says, inside, there are 8. 1, a spirit. Weak. There is 1 magic user. Weak. 6 people. Some darkness, mostly bright. So what you can glean out of that, the darkness in their auras would be cyberware. Right?
Yeah.
So mostly they're bright. So it means there's not a lot of cyberware going on, but maybe someone does have a little cyberware.
Somebody got some cyberware. Okay. Hey.
And also, 1 bottom front. Rest up.
1 bottom front, rest up. Is that like face down, ass up?
That's the way he likes it.
I think it means that there's a guy at the door, and the rest are upstairs. But
bottom front? Is that what you meant? I'm sorry, Yon Spirit.
Front. That's what I said.
I don't understand bottom front. Yon Spirit. When you say bottom front, you mean
there's a bottom and a top.
You're making Teddy, like, what are you trying to do? You trying to be funny? You know, I'm like gay as hell.
On the bottom floor.
Like, you're talking about bottom and top.
So frame it in just like, normal people talk for bottom and top.
Why are we not normal? Anyway, yeah, bottom and top meaning bottom. Okay, got you. What about the person on the bottom at the top?
Bottom front.
Bottom at the front.
Person. Top rest. Spread.
Bottom front, person, top rest. So there's someone at the bottom and the front. Everyone else is spread out at the top.
Yes.
Great Spirit. Did you see any toxic shaman?
Only 1 magic. Weak. And 1 spirit. Weak.
Weak for you, Yon Spirit, or weak for me? Comparatively.
Right now, because of the background count, that would be almost the same. But weak for you.
Am I stronger
than you?
Weaker than me, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're weaker than you.
Did you see any weapons? Or could you glean that from what you saw? No weapons. No weapons, or you couldn't tell?
It will never be able to tell you if they have weapons.
Okay.
Because weapons don't look like anything to it.
Okay.
Unless it's a focus, a magic weapon.
Right.
Then it would see the magic.
Yon Spirit. I'm so sorry, you guys. Yon Spirit. Oh, thank you for your guidance. Come back to us now, please. Okay. So then, hey guys, listen, this is the deal. There's 8 people there's 8 entities inside that we're gonna have to deal with. First, there is a spirit there and a magic user. So I'll handle one or both of those because I had my Wheaties this morning. There's 7 other people in there. Some of them got BioWare, so most of them don't. I wasn't sure of how much BioWare in which direction. However, if we go in there, we might need to be prepared. There's somebody at the front door guarding. I'm assuming that's a guard because there's only one person at the front door. I don't know whether this is the guard or I'm so sorry. Do y'all hear that?
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm so sorry. I don't know whether
Dog's got something to say.
No, the dog's not even supposed to be out right now. Sometimes there's a guard and the other people are on the top floor and that's all I know. But I didn't have my spirit go into the basement because I think that's where the toxic shaman's going to be if they're anywhere.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
Kaida. Good job.
Well done.
Thank
So
you.
do we want to come in from the basement and deal with the toxic shaman first?
I think the toxic shaman is going to be tough nut to crack. So maybe we don't want to have people coming in our rear while we're doing that.
We definitely don't want people coming in our rear at the end.
You did ask for that.
Well, I
You
just
did ask for that.
But if he's going to be a tough cookie, or if they're going to be a tough cookie, then wouldn't we want to deal with that cookie first instead of giving it time to prepare while we're dealing with Thrillgangers on top?
That's makes sense.
I'm open to suggestions.
I'm not quite sure how is it inside, so how we could get access to the basement without people from upstairs coming down to us. If we can sneak in and take care of the guards down there silently, maybe that would do it. But we got the gas grenade for the group, don't we?
You could just throw it in that top window, right?
Oh, they're boarded up. You'd have to make an
Oh.
opening, but yeah, possible.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, making an opening is the least of our worries. I do think that, to Satchel's point, fighting the shaman when we are at our best is preferable to after the Thrillgangers have picked us apart a little bit. So I do agree with that, but I do also think it might be hard to reach them if we don't deal with the gangers first. So I like the idea of still either stunning them or causing some kind of distraction to draw the gangers out, or waiting for the gangers to leave and patrol the neighborhood, and then going in.
That could work.
Yeah, I mean,
Do we
maybe
know-
drawing them out would work.
Do you know the range or how good you are with your needle thrower, whatever you call it?
I mean, it's a gun, and I'm good with guns.
Needle thrower.
It's a little guy. She holds him like this, and he stands on her palm, like throws needles at people.
Maybe we can. Maybe we could have either like Kaida or someone like draw him out with like some kind of spell or something.
Isn't that interesting? That's exactly what I was going to suggest. How about I be the distraction?
Like
My concern is letting anybody know that we have magic before we, blast the shaman in the face with magic.
Well, this is the thing.
Go ahead.
I was thinking we just don't identify one with the other. They don't have to know that I'm with a group of people. They could just think I've come here to wreak havoc on this mage.
Are there any vehicles around here besides Darcy?
Not that appear operational on first glance, and most of them are very obviously not operational. There might be a couple of vehicles that maybe could start up and go, but they're not registering as having icons.
I'll be honest, Kaida. You being a magic user, you are valuable, and so I am not a fan of you separating from the group at any point.
I mean, I could rig a grenade, a real grenade or two somewhere a few blocks away and blow them up just before we were ready to go in, so that would pull them potentially in this direction if they're looking for action.
That was my thought, that maybe, if Kaida wanted to cast a spell and then we drive away really fast, or steal somebody's bike or something like that to maybe draw them out. But if nothing is really working except for Darcy, then that may not be a good plan.
So,
I'm down with either of those plans. It seems good to me.
All right. This is to help Duryea kind of understand some of the ways that his magic works and how he can contribute. So there's one person downstairs, and everyone else is upstairs. And the person downstairs ostensibly is a guard. Okay. So you have control thoughts. If you can succeed with that spell, you only have to see the person that you're casting it at. There's nothing that says you have to see the whole person. So if there's a crack in the door or anything like that, and you can see the person through it, you can hit them with that spell. Okay.
Can I do Please continue. I'm sorry.
If you then get them with that spell, then now you control thoughts of the one person that's downstairs. Maybe you can get them to open the door. You can get them to walk with you to Darcy and interrogate them, and then knock them out. And then there's one less, and then you know what's going on in the building. So just kind of understanding that that you have that, as long as you have line of sight. All these buildings, they're slatted with boards that people just nailed up to block off stuff. But there's always going to be like cracks, and you're always going to be looking for an opportunity to see somebody so that you can affect them with magic.
Thank you. What I was thinking of doing, Danny, is because he's at the door, but everybody else is on a whole nother floor.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't even. If I was to do if I flung the door open with a spell, then I could just cast it. But can I do I have to roll one, and then when the door's open, I have to wait for him to roll and then roll so I can do control thoughts? Or can I just?
What would happen is that you would do your action.
Right.
You would do your action, and then what would happen after that point is there's a chance he would get to act before you, but you would have an advantage.
That's what I want to do.
Then,
preferably, that's the plan. Is what I'm saying. I just don't know how to pull it off.
He could also cast recklessly.
Who, me?
Yeah. Okay. So casting recklessly. So
Don't
remember we
do
talked
it.
about action economy, right? Free action is just something you can do. Like you could talk, or you could drop something, or you can open a door real quick. Simple action is something like shooting a gun real quick, or reloading a magazine. Complex actions are things like driving, melee attacks with a sword because it takes all your time, and casting a spell. So, however, that's because complex action. You get one complex action a turn, or you can do two simple actions, but you can't do a complex and simples, right? That's how that goes. So what you can do, however, is do what we call casting recklessly. The reason it takes so long to cast a spell is because you want to make sure that you're casting it right. But if you want, you can cast recklessly, and you can cast 2 spells in the same turn, but it increases the drain
Oh, it ain't worth all that.
by 2.
It hurts, but if you really need it, it's there.
Well, the thing about it is, I have that spirit of man, right? But I didn't get what were the things that I gave my spirit of man, Danny? I forgot. Was it lightning bolt and fear?
Lightning bolt and increase reflexes.
And I still haven't cast that yet, have I?
We had it cast from last time.
Okay, so it's on. Okay.
Keep in mind, Duryea, like you controlling thoughts is something the rest of us can't do. You opening a door is something the rest of us can help you with. Focus on the thing that
you have to be at the door.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, so let's do this. Hey, who's stealthier between you two, Ninja or Ninja?
Which of you is
that was
ninja?
Kaida. That was Kaida.
My sneaking is at a 4.
My sneaking is at a 3, but my agility is at an 8.
Where's your agility?
A 9.
So he's better.
Okay. Hey, Satchel. Listen, I have a plan. I think they can hear us, but that doesn't matter. So you sneak up to the door where that guard is, right? And then I'm gonna, and you swing it open. Then I'm gonna cast Control Thought on the guard. And then once we have him under control, we'll have an in at the building.
I mean, that sounds doable. So I just need to get across the way and open the door, and you're gonna take over his body, and then we're gonna come back, and then we're gonna have like cookies afterwards.
Yeah, cookies, cool. We don't say take over bodies though. That's a whole other thing about this movie back in the day, Body Snatchers. But you don't know about that.
I know.
Yeah, it's just I like old movies, so yeah, so that's the plan. And then once we do that, maybe we can just get into the building without anybody really knowing. We can. It's kind of like similar to knocking on the door, because then we have the guard maybe tell them that we're guests and that we came to, I don't know, do some guests.
Okay, so knocking on the door. Got it.
Essentially, but it's knocking on the door.
Satchel starts walking across the street.
Right. So Satchel comes down, and what it sounds like to me is going to happen, and we'll put this in play, is that Satchel and Kaida are going to make their way across the street. Everyone else is staying back. Satchel's going to try to open the door.
Okay. I wasn't planning to go across the street with him, but we can.
Oh, you don't have to go across the street as long as you can see.
Right.
But so if Satchel can get the guy to come to the door somehow after it's open and you can see him, you could cast your spell.
Oh, I thought he was at the door.
He's inside. So there's a door there that, and he's in there somewhere in that area. So I mean, you might be able to go to the door and peek in and see him and be like, boop, got you with the spell, or,
Okay, so that should have been my. Go ahead.
Can he see through proxy? So if he's watching my image link, okay.
So essentially, I thought he was literally at the door. So yeah, I'll go with him.
Also, you have a spirit that can do concealment.
Concealment, yeah. I was gonna do it on the group to not waste a what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, what about
do it right now on the group?
What about the idea that we all just go together, and then once the guy at the door lets us in, we just head straight down to the shaman?
Well, because we didn't come here to kill the shaman, for one.
The shaman is probably the one closest to the node.
Yes, but we're
gonna have to go through the shaman to get to the node, I think.
But I thought the plan was to, like, if a group of people walk and with 2 spirits are walking toward this building.
Well, concealment is going to help for that. That's the idea. And we
also all had concealment on us the last time we entered the building too. We had it on us, and they were shooting at us when we came through the roof.
Yeah, because we were dangling down ropes and not sneaking around as well as we can. And
all right, let's do it that way
then. Once you take control of the guy, what is he going to do other than just let us in?
Well, the idea was that we could do, because I thought the idea was like as stealthily as possible, as little damage as possible, not having to kill anybody. And these are all ways that we can do it if we don't like barge in. But like I said, if you want this way, I don't mind. Do whatever the group wants to do.
What we can do is a little bit of both ideas we had. If you can take control of that guy at the door, we can hide around and you can tell this guy to go and grab his friends and bring them somewhere else. So then we have functionally got rid of the gangers, and we can proceed to the basement where we're gonna find the node and potentially have to face the shaman. But
the shaman is near the node. The shaman is near the node. Is the node in the basement? Do we know where the node is in the building? It is in the basement?
We know it's in the basement.
So essentially, there's a magic user and a shaman here.
Yeah.
So for me, that's two people I'm going to have to get rid of, which while already my magic is waning. So maybe the less that we have all targets, I guess I'm trying to do less combat all at once so that we're not overwhelmed.
So here's the thing. You should worry about the spirits, and you have 2 spirits plus you versus their 2 spirits theoretically. And as soon as their spirits manifest, we can do some damage too. But the magic users themselves, those are the ones that we have guns. Guns hurt them. Much like the axe hurt you, guns hurt mages too, a whole lot. So separating you who took 1 hit and fell down, that's what we're trying to prevent here. We don't split the party because that's real dumb. So and bringing the guy back out, that gives more chance for someone to notice he's gone.
That's fine. We can. I said 8 times. That's fine. It's fine.
Then let's just fucking do it. Let's stop talking then.
All right. We're gonna fucking do it.
All right. I'm lacing up my boots, getting ready to kick in this front door. All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
Are we stealthing or are we kicking the door?
So the plan is to kind of sneak over there. Is your spirit going to do the concealment now?
Yes.
Okay. There are 5 of you. It is a 4/6 spirit. It can conceal the 5 of you, and that gives a -6 to perception test to spot you when you are sneaking. The group of you head kind of sneakily down. You cross the street quickly, keeping low, move over towards the lobby. And as you kind of move in, make perception tests, everybody.
Can I make a perception test with my ears?
Yes.
To get a +2 bonus?
You can.
And if it comes to being surprised, I've got combat sense, just a reminder.
Okay. Looks like. So you can definitely hear upstairs something's playing music.
Chris, you're laggy and glitchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. I'm lagging pretty hard for some reason.
Yeah, so definitely you can hear music upstairs. It sounds like there's maybe not like a full-blown party, but the kind of party where a bunch of friends get together, play music, and are doing all the things they're doing. And Etienne and
wait, no, that's mine is wrong. Let me roll that. I don't know what happened there.
And as we're getting ready to go, I'm turning on all my powers. So if you need me to make any of those rolls now, I can.
Yes, you should make your agility boost roll at again, that's a -2 to that roll. Satchel 2. Okay. Kaida, as you're kind of moving by, you can hear where this individual is. So I'm going to make sure that we're all on the right map first. That's the thing we're going to do first. And then keep in mind for tech that you don't automatically move maps with us. All right. So, giving you a sense of this lobby. You can't really see inside there, but you do know, Kaida can hear that this, see this individual right here. You can hear that person kind of doing whatever they're doing right across this way. So as you are moving up, Satchel is moving up. All right. The windows that are right above you, those are all boarded up. You can actually probably see through those a little bit. There's like cracks between them. So you could actually, if you get right up on it, like peeking through, you can see the guy kind of sitting there. He's got a nick stick, just kind of.
So then oh, that's right. We're not doing that.
What do you want to do?
No, whatever the plan was.
Okay. So the plan ultimately is to get inside with everybody, right?
Yeah, I guess I don't really know, to be honest. So I'm just waiting.
Okay. So you can see this guy right here, correct?
He can see the guy through the things.
Steal his soul now. Have him open the door for us.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
All right. Go ahead and pull up your spells. You're going to cast Control Thoughts. You're going to want to bring that up to probably at least a 6 so that you can cast it at Force 4, but you might want to actually push it up a little higher. Even though you only get like, don't.
Crazy.
And then you have to decide what you want to do about your edge and all that kind of stuff, right?
I'm going to use my edge to roll again.
So use a point of edge.
Thank you, Mr. Loper.
Thank you, Mr. Loper, from last episode, I believe, actually, because I didn't.
Yes. All right. So 1, 2, 3, it looks like 6, 12, minus 2 is 10. So you get to roll 9 dice. So go ahead and roll. Just do Control Thoughts again. Well, actually, no, because of the drain. So just roll 9 dice. It's the dice. You can just click the thing on the top.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. All right. So that's 4. And you get to keep on. Now hit your drain button. All right. So that is going to be 3 physical. This actually hurts to do because you rolled. No, actually, no, you didn't get that many hits. I'm sorry. It's stun. 3 stun. As this fella attempts to not be mind controlled. This looks bad for him. Wow. The dice have it in for you. He doesn't seem to notice anything happen, and you don't feel the magic connect. There's no movement. I mean, it's not like he knows. So you can try it again.
Why? I don't want to do that. No, I'm going to tell the group that it didn't work.
I'm gonna duck down under this this window we're under. Just like, oh fuck. Looks like it's not working. Like,
well,
what's
I'm
next?
not very sneaky. Do you think you could sneak in there and maybe knock him out or something? There's a real good chance if I try and sneak anywhere, it's not gonna work.
Knocking him out might not be my thing. I could probably definitely kill him. Are we going blades free though?
I mean, the people upstairs are probably the people that like to maim and murder just because it's a fun time for them, and that seems like that's not in our best interest to not be prepared to meet that with that. But you know, maybe this guy isn't involved and he just lives in the house.
Yeah,
I mean, we don't, you know.
I don't think that's very likely, but I see what you're saying.
Like, I try to see the best in everyone.
And that's why
Alright.
we love you.
I'm going to give you guys, again, because we got some new players here. You ever play stealth video games?
I just have to pick up a rock and I throw it.
Or anything? Or like, you know, like go around the building and see what's around on the other side of the building. There's all kinds of things you can do. It's not just like we're at the front, the guy's right there, we didn't get his mind control, kill him now, right? You could. But there's just, you know, there's a lot of things you can do. So just kind of, you know, consider that. Sarah and Tom, Thomas, their internet just crashed. They're rebooting their router and stuff to try and get back on with us.
You have that stun grenade or gas bomb or something.
Oh yeah.
Keep in mind what makes what noise, right? There is music upstairs, so there's a chance that like if something just makes a quick sound, they won't notice because they're listening to Boots and Pants.
Can I cast Clout?
You can, if you can see them, you can cast the spell at them.
So I'm gonna try Clout.
Okay.
This will be my last attempt.
Now, if this does not knock him down, this one he will notice.
I'm trying to knock him out. Put that down. Wait a minute, but I have to maintain that spell. So I'm gonna do that. All right. Cloud, do I need negative turn? -2?
-2. Yep.
Force. All right. God damn it.
So you're going to learn a new mechanic today. It's called when you're being attacked unawares. Because he has no idea you're there. So that means he's not what? Dodging, right?
Yeah.
So he's just going to get clocked full on in the face. You get 1 point of drain. So we are down to, so that's that. All right. So force 8, but down to 6. So that means that it is a 6, but you got 4 net hits because all your hits are net hits because he doesn't dodge. So that's a 10 base damage to him. -8 to his armor. So what is he wearing in terms of armor? Okay, so 8. And we're going to roll. Clout works really good for you. You're like, control minds.
I guess. Right.
You're like, punch him in the face.
Oh no! When controlling minds had nothing to do with what we needed to happen, it was like fucking icing on a cake. Now it's fucking hard to do.
So yeah, as you're looking through, you're like, you didn't get the mind control. You're just like, frag it, bop, and he just clocks back and just slumps on the ground. He's out. He's out cold, like completely.
That was amazing.
I know, right? Sometimes I do things. Hey, Gertie, do we still have that rope?
Yeah.
Tie this guy up.
Well,
I have
inside.
Yeah, I have I have zip ties. I have zip ties and whatnot.
I just wanted him to be bound so that way, if he wakes up in the middle of whatever we're about to do, he doesn't surprise us or alert.
That's a good idea. I would not have thought of that.
That's a good idea.
I think every time I watch a movie and they don't kill someone when they're sneaking, I'm like, either you kill that guy or you tie him up. If you don't, he's gonna come back. He always do.
We don't need any nemesis.
Right, and he hasn't seen us, so he has no.
Nope.
That poor man.
Yep.
He's just awake one moment, and the next he wasn't.
All right,
He's lying in there in the lobby.
So I'm gonna go
You guys
try
are
the door
outside.
now, since there's no
Okay.
one. We're looking through the window. There's no one else down here in the lobby, correct?
But you can
That
see.
we can see.
Would you like to make some perception tests?
I would love to make some perception tests.
All right, go ahead and make a perception test. You can do it with your ears.
Do it with my ears. All right. For some reason, whenever I pull up the skill tab, it always like freezes for like 5 seconds.
It's just taking, yeah, it's just because it's taking a while to load up. It does it on my computer too. It's there's a lot of information on these sheets.
So I keep thinking
Welcome
I'm
back.
freezing and whatnot.
We're trying.
Okay, so you don't hear anything down on the lower level that brings your attention, that causes you to think maybe someone's down on the lower level. You can hear the music. You can hear actually a conversation coming from upstairs. Like at least two people are kind of like near the windows where you're just kind of directly above you. You don't hear much else, just the music really.
I don't really hear anybody else down here on the first floor, but they are kind of close to the windows, so we should still be very quiet. And I'm going to try to... Oh, go for it.
I was just gonna say I'll do my best to be quiet, but I can't make any promises.
Well,
All right.
you just do your best. That's all anyone could ever ask, right?
Before we go in, I want to talk to my spirit really quick, to both of them.
Okay.
We're not in yet, right? Can I talk to them both at once?
Yep.
Yon spirits. This is gonna be fun watching you play both of them. Let us convene. That's what I say, and then that you okay.
All right. They appear before you in the astral.
Hello, young spirit of man and young spirit of thine element air.
Hello. Yeah. What's up?
We're about to do battle, and I need you both to prepare for all eventualities.
That's a lot of eventualities, man.
I know. Cool accent, bro. So I gave the spirit of man has 2 spells, right? He's holding one of Omri already, and then the other one is ball lightning. But he also has
Friolator.
The Friolator.
The Friolator. You gave me like I could shoot lightning at people. Pow.
Yeah. And
I got
you. Okay, and you also can. Okay, so basically, you do that on 10, on 100, but don't kill anybody if you can, unless because you're smarter than me and you can perceive better than me. Unless the threat towards me is lethal or any of my teammates, then don't kill anybody. But if it comes down to us or them, smoke that motherfucker. Especially if they got an axe.
Okay. Yeah. Got it, man. That's fine. You can do that. You can do that. Yes.
Oh no. That wasn't for you. That was for him.
No.
For you, my spirit. This is the air spirit. Well, he has something that maybe he doesn't. Maybe I'm dreaming. He can do. What is? You told me what energy aura. No, that's not what I want. Fear. So I can give him a general action.
You've given him the powers already. He has the energy aura power, and he has the want to say fear, maybe. But yeah, you've already given him his powers.
What does energy aura do again?
He's surrounded by cold or electricity or something that if like
I did.
You
Are
are
you sure I
going to
used
use that.
energy aura? I didn't use fear and psychokinesis.
No, you did not.
Okay. Okay. So then I want to tell him to. Damn it! What do I want to tell him? I want to tell you to get as many people to leave this building as possible. And then when they do that, I want you to keep them away until we're out.
What? The first part.
The first part. I feel like I don't. Yon Spirit. I can't talk to you both the same. I have to do it differently. I get confused. Yon Spirit. When we go in this building, they don't want us to kill a lot of people because killing's bad. So, right,
Killing's bad. Yeah.
Yes.
So
if we can get people to leave the building without killing them, then it's a win-win. We reduce the threat and we don't have death.
So I think what my partner's trying to say here is like, once they get out of the building, we got that part, right? Keep them out of the building. But it sounded like the first part was like, get them out of the building somehow? Or is that what you're doing?
I actually was hoping you would assist us in getting them out of the building by maybe freaking them out a little bit.
I mean, we could do that. You want us to go up there and freak them out?
Yes, if you feel like that'll get them out of the building.
That'd probably get them out.
You protect us. You protect.
Oh, I protect you.
And he gets them out of the building.
I don't know that he can get all of them out of the building. I mean, you're pretty specific on like freaking them out.
I mean,
are we inside the place right now?
No, you're outside the place. The guard that's right inside, Kaida at first tried to take control of his mind, and then he looked over at everyone and went, "It didn't work." And then everyone's like, "Well, what do we do now?" And then Kaida went, bop, and clouded him and knocked him the hell out.
Okay. Just how long are we going to stand outside waiting for Kaida to mentally converse with his spirits?
I don't know, however long he needs, right?
All right. I'm going to go inside then.
Okay. Head inside. Opening the door. You push the door open, and it does open. It's not locked or anything. And what would you like to do?
So I'm gonna take point and wave the others in, and keep sneaking on through and clear the this floor anyway, room by room, while looking for a note.
So, whoops, reveal, right? Feeling or not? Covered.
It covered.
Yeah,
sometimes you have to, it's a glitch. Sometimes you have to hit reveal areas twice.
You can see inside of reception. That's what we're looking at right now.
Subvoke Mike, I'm going to ask Etienne, because that staircase goes down, right?
No, that one goes up.
Oh, okay. Okay, then...
Etienne is peeking in the door now that it's open, but he's staying outside.
All right, I'm going to creep to this corner and peek down the hall and make sure everything's clear. What is this space that we can't see past reception? Is that a door there or just a wall?
Wall.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna peek around this corner.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception test as you do that. All right. So you do not see any movement down that way. You see a couple of doors. They're slightly ajar. I mean, you can see into this room right here. pretty much
Nothing node looking in there.
but you don't. Yeah, you see about like that much into there. But yeah, it looks like most of the stuff has been pulled out. At right now, if you guys want to, whoever's in front should stay in the front as long as that's the person in front. But everyone else can kind of move your tokens around in behind them if you need to. Your spirit of air has gone off to do something. Your spirit of man is hanging out with you.
Tian walks in, takes cover near the door, and is going to point his pistol with a silencer towards the staircase, just in case we have incoming persons.
Okay.
All right. So these doors down the hall, are they just solid doors? Do they have windows? Do they?
Just doors. They're just doors. Yep. You'd have to open them to look in. They're not.
Okay.
They're all ajar. Like they're not. Like the hinges are not good. They're all just kind of hanging a little bit, but you can't see fully in without opening them. That's certain.
Okay. So I guess what I want to do then is kind of sneak to there and check this direction, but then also check like through the cracks to see if there's any like movement in the ajar door.
Absolutely. Make any rolls that you need. Sneaking and perception.
Damn.
Oh, look at that.
Come on.
Whew. Whew. That was a good turn.
All right,
Can
roll 20. Do what I want you to do.
Can I keep that sneaking roll for forever?
No.
How about the rest
But
of
you
this
can keep it for a
building?
while.
Okay.
Yes, you can keep it for the rest of this floor at least. All right. And kind of, you're just peeking into this room. You're not actually opening the door yet.
Right. I just want to like hear for movement or see if anyone.
You do not hear anything.
Okay. And down here, there's a door down that way. So basically, what I'm looking for is a basement entrance at this time. So, okay. So, and this is all wall, right?
Yes. So the solid black line is wall. Maybe you don't see a solid black line because I haven't actually revealed the wall part of it somehow. And then you can see where that's rubble a little bit where it's like torn down.
Okay, so that's kind of like difficult terrain for lack of a better.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna keep down the hall then for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow a little bit.
You definitely don't hear any movement still coming from any of these closed doors.
Are they dark in there too? And
yeah, they're pretty dark.
Okay.
There's a little bit of light filtering in. You could maybe like there's windows, but they're boarded up as well.
Okay. All right then. Can I see anything through this open door that's down here?
It's closed. So all the doors are closed, even though like they look like they're swinging open. Unless I actually reveal behind them, they're closed.
All right. I'm gonna head then. There.
Okie doke. One moment.
Or actually, this is a hallway, right? So I would go there first.
Well, you see what appears to be down at the end of this a staircase going down.
All right. Real quick then, I'm gonna head to this corner just to double check this door and see if there's any movement or activity.
So you're checking the door. So this door is shut. It's more of like a steel door.
Okay, and it's not loose on its anything?
No, it's kind of wedged in there. You don't know if it's locked or not. You could try to open it, but
I'm not really
Definitely
interested at this point. So, yeah. I guess I'm gonna head toward the stairs. This is scary.
Stairwell is eerily quiet. As you kind of look down, there is sort of there's a closed door at the bottom end of the stairwell, and it's kind of this like nagging feeling of wrongness, of sickness. Kaida, are you like hanging out over here by the entrance still?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, Etienne is gonna
Outside the
send.
building.
All right.
Etienne is gonna send a message to everyone, letting them know that we found the staircase down. What appears to be the staircase down.
How big do you guys want to? How big do you guys think the basement is? You think if all three of us just throw gas grenades down there, just let them go off?
Probably as
And
big
then-
as at least the area we've been through.
Yeah.
How long do you think it would take for the gas to dissipate?
No idea. We haven't tested this theory. I say you could throw it as soon as we see him.
I'll take my grenade out.
Yeah, I'll get my my dart gun out.
Okay. At this time,
Did anybody tie that dude up? Like we were talking about?
no, I don't think anyone did.
Oh,
Then I'll
well,
do that. I'm good.
All right. So, hey, just so you know, Daria, you can grab your token and move the token where you need to move it so that it makes sense to where you're at.
Oh, word.
This way, I can see
Where is-
where you're hanging. So you're at the bottom right there. There you go.
Do I need to move my spirits too?
No, I'll move the spirits. All right.
Okay.
So as you're considering the stairwell and dart guns and gas grenades and everything, all of a sudden there is a shrill, high-pitched scream that kind of from afar. Make no,
Perception?
not make perception test. No, spatial recognizer satchel. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So even though the sound kind of is reverberating around, Satchel can tell that it's almost coming from directly above where they're at, and can also kind of hear some footsteps, a door, like a sliding glass door, and a few moments later, on the other side of the wall of where you're at, here's something, and then like a couple of thumps.
Was that your spirit, Kaida?
Are we on comms?
yeah.
Always.
Very, very likely that is my spirit.
Because there seems to be a ruckus going on upstairs. And then you said on the other side of this wall that I'm next to?
Yeah, it sounds like on the other side of the wall that you're next to, something has
They're on the second
jumped
floor at
onto
this
the ground
point, right?
outside.
They just jumped out of the second story. Or were flung out of the second story? Is that what you're hinting towards?
I don't know. You gotta. You do hear some quizzical, like mumbly words that sound interrogative, like a question, and then like some jammering and yammering upstairs. Not sure what that's about, but yeah. What are you doing?
So,
go
yeah,
ahead.
I was just going to say I pass what I'm hearing along to the group.
I nod at the two people that can see me, which is Etienne and Satchel, and go door stairs.
Which door?
The steel one right in front of you. I'm nodding toward the door.
Okay. Etienne's going to point his silence pistol towards the door and aim at it. Be ready for if someone goes through.
All right. Gertrude, what's Gertrude doing?
I'm keeping an eye on Kaida, sort of staying between the two sets of people right now, so that if something happens to him, that I can get over to him with a quickness if necessary.
And Satchel?
I'm gonna take out. I'm gonna take out the revolver, and I'm gonna kind of float like right here, so I can also cover the door.
Okay. Kaida, you heard that scream. What is Kaida doing?
Before, I guess I'll do two of those small actions. I want to like close the door behind us, so if anyone, for whatever reason, on the outside won't come in behind us and attack us. And then I'll walk toward Gertrude.
Okay. So
as soon as Satchel steps away from me, then I'll just point my gun down the stairs, and I'll cover that position.
All right. So this is where we're at. There was a scream. There's a ruckus. Folks are kind of pointing, doing things. Kaida has closed the door and is moving towards Gertrude, but this is how far you get at this point, and we are going to take our 10-minute break at this time. All right, we are live. When we left off on the break, something had just happened. We had a scream from upstairs and some sort of other noises, and everybody is now on edge.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So since we're not in combat, I'm just going to kind of, as things are happening or you guys are deciding what you're going to do, I am going to describe maybe like results or add stuff as other stuff happens. But I'm tracking what's going on elsewhere.
Does this door look like it swings out or pushes in?
It pushes out despite the way it's drawn.
Okay.
Satchel, you want to take point on that door?
Sounds good.
While they're focused on the door, I'm going to switch out my dart gun for my Predator. That's fully loaded now. That nobody knows is fully loaded.
Okay.
So I move up to the door and
All right.
kind of look around and try to like gingerly creak it open, or not creak it, but try to open it silently.
So it's definitely not in a state where it can be silently opened. It's definitely sort of kind of wedge. It's like the time, maybe like there's been some shifting of the building foundation, and so it's not a direct, like straight thing, right?
So I kind of motion to the other guy, to the rest of the group, and I'm just, it's not quite opening. That the hushed tones, and like maybe we could just go downstairs, or do you want us to? Do you want to boot the door?
I'm just afraid of getting trapped between two exits. But we can keep moving down the stairs if you think this is a dead end.
I think we can get through the door, but it's. But I'm just kind of worried about the noise.
I mean, I have a mini welder back in the van. I don't know how loud that might be to try and cut through it, but I like to be prepared.
Gertrude, you're amazing.
What kind of? I mean, oh, go ahead.
Kind of outside, you hear another sort of thump sound similar to the last one, and about from your spatial recognizer, about the same place. Thomas, what were you saying?
Etienne is gonna talk to the other through DNI and sub vocals as well. Maybe I can condemn the door to make sure nobody comes that way. I got some zip ties. I could tie the handles together or something. Make sure at least it would slow them down if they're trying to come in.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I just missed part of what he said. He said he's zip tying people outside.
No, the door
He's gonna
at the
try
back
and zip tie like the door, so that it's harder to open.
Gotcha.
Right.
You said it swung out or swung in?
It swings out.
Swings out.
So there's like a latch handle, so you can kind of like get it around that, and then maybe like hook it onto something just over here, and that's fine with me.
Remind me, did they tell me where the spirit was, or just that it was there?
No, because I mean, it could try to describe where it was, but there's not like a way for you to have like a direct ping of where it's at.
Because you said that he looked at the spirit and then confused him, so he didn't see it, right?
Right.
So would if I asked him right now, he could tell me where in the building the spirit was?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes. As a matter of fact, when it appears, in the astral, you sense its presence near you.
So I sense his presence right now, the other spirit.
Yeah. So yeah, if you turn there it is.
I'm sorry, you just broke up.
Your
Say it
spirit.
again.
Your spirit. Your spirit. Look on the map.
Right. Yes. Yeah, I know where okay, yeah, both of my spirits are right there, right?
Right.
Right, I'm talking about the other spirit.
You can't talk to the other spirit, so you want to ask your spirit about the other spirit.
Oh, yes. Okay, so I'll just ask again. Young spirit, how are you? Earlier when you told me about the spirit that you saw here, do you know where it was in the building?
It left.
Why?
It went with the mage. She ran away. They ran away.
Yo, you
scared?
You scared the mage? And then kind of like gets next to the spirit, gives him a little dap, but then he's like shocked real quick, so he pulls his arm back.
Anyone who has magical theory knowledge or anything can go ahead and make that roll. I'm not gonna have Kaida make that roll, but anyone else who has it, I don't know that anyone else does.
You're not gonna have me make the roll?
No, because I'm gonna just give you the information. But
okay.
Nope.
All right. So you do know that the fear power is a very powerful and potent power, and in like combat, it can really wreck somebody's day because they won't ever get to go. But in non-combat, basically, you're talking about maybe 30 seconds of just running away in abject terror until you're out of sight of the thing. So given what you know about what they were hearing up here, you get a sense that perhaps what happened is that their mage got scared, ran out the back of the building, like jumped off the whatever, like left, like exited the building, and is now outside like the building. But in a while, that fear is going to subside, and that person may be coming back somehow.
Right.
And
okay.
also you hear
but then I told this
from the stairwell.
Shit.
Coming up the stairwell or down the stairwell?
From the stairwell.
Are you talking to me? I hear footsteps, or I hear footsteps, or she hears? I hear.
You hear them right there.
Okay. I hear. I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at my map, and I am right here, and they're coming up the stairs. Fucking shit. Okay. So I did tell the Earth spirit, not Earth.
Down the stairs.
They're coming down the stairs. Okay, perfect. So I did tell the air spirit to make sure that everyone that he scared stayed outside. I didn't get to finish, but that's what I was trying to do. So is that still in effect?
Yeah, he'll go do that. So he leaves. He's like, oh yeah,
Okay.
And then off he goes.
So I have my... Okay. Thank you, Yon Spirit. You're awesome. Okay, so then can I...
Well,
I was gonna like...
People are coming down the stairs, so you can probably real quickly let everyone know, and then maybe duck into a room or something.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, everybody, people are coming down the stairs. Do I have time to get to where Gertrude is and duck into that room?
Yeah.
Okay, can I do that? Just drag him up there?
Mm-hmm. So you want to go into this room right here.
Which one? I want to go
Like
to
I said,
one,
the door pushes open easily. I imagined that you're.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
That door opens up easily, and you're able to just kind of push right inside. What else is anyone else doing? You got basically a movement you can take right now, and then we're going to initiative.
I'll duck into the office area then, into this corner that like has terrible vision from everywhere else.
Okay.
And I'll go into the room with Kaida.
Okay.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Gonna take cover right next to the wall right here.
I am going.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm gonna come hug this corner right here.
Okay. With that, let's go ahead and get everyone's initiative rolls.
Oh, I hate
Here we go.
always last. Goodness gracious, girl.
Thank you, Mr. Loper. I will use your edge to give myself blitz. Once my character sheet stops freezing.
Damn. Oh, I was supposed to click myself first, right? Does it matter? Can you see it?
Yes. I can see it.
And I got a 25.
What did you just use to get that 25?
Mr. Loper gave us all a edge at the beginning of the stream. I'm using it to add 5d6 to my initiative.
And what does that do?
It lets me go really fast.
Yeah, he's rolling all
I
5
should've
dice.
did
So
that.
instead of rolling 1d6, he's using edge to roll 5d6.
Damn it. Okay, so I'll remember that for next time. This is always like
He gave us a little handout that shows us what we can use edge on.
Yes, but a lot of that's confusing for me. I'm sorry. Do I still have an edge, or the one that I used was the only one I had? Thank you.
Again. Thank you. And we are action. So first person up is going to be Satchel.
I'm gonna have the revolver out, and I'm just gonna kind of peek around the corner and stay ready for anybody that's coming down the hallway. The stairs.
Are you doing like a hold action or?
Yes, I'm holding an action.
Okay, so you're going to fire your weapon if when you see people come down, maybe All right, Gertrude.
Can I, in this office that we're in, is there, it looks like it might be a desk over on that wall.
Yep.
Would I be able to, in my turn, move the desk in front of the door, trying to provide basically some cover, some partial cover or something like that, since we've got the door open?
Absolutely. And I imagine you're lifting it as opposed to dragging it.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yep. That's exactly
How
what
is the
you do.
door?
You have created.
How does the door look now with that?
So there's a desk in front of it. If the door is open, then it's just kind of pressed in front, so no one can kind of come in after you unless they have try to get over the desk. You can kind of duck behind the desk if you want and see into the hall, but yeah. So, all right.
But we can. I got you.
I just didn't want
That's
anyone shooting through the door at us.
And you're awesome for that.
I'm not in initiative, but I rolled a 20.
Okay.
All right, so I've got all of my bonuses on my penetrating strike and killing hands if need be. I've got my gun. So now I'm gonna hold action and shoot if needed.
That's what he said.
All right, so 20. Okay. All right, so you're holding an action. Next up, Etienne. Would you say you're doing Etienne?
I didn't say anything so far. Before we rolled initiative, I went right there, right next to Satchel. He's taking cover at the wall, but since he hears like a bunch of people are coming, he's going to switch from the Colt Manhunter to the AK-97 because we start shooting guns. I don't think that's going to change much. Okay. And that's what he's going to do because he has no line of fire and I don't want him to be exposed when they turn the corner.
All right.
You can come hang out with me.
I could, but if I can get a line in the corridor, I can do suppressive fire and hit all of them. So
nice.
Sorry, everything in Roll20 is just going really slow, but I think I got it now. All right.
Hot dogs.
That's the name of their gang. Come on, don't make fun of their gang name. Not.
I literally just stated it. So apparently making fun of it is its own part of their name.
Yes. Kaida, you're up. There's not really anything, anyone that you see. You can hear them coming, though.
Right, and I don't know what I can do in preparation for it. I've already wrote my initiative, so I guess. And I talk to my spirits. He's outside. This one's ready for the smoke. So what should I don't know what to do at this point.
You can hold an action until you see somebody that you can do something to.
Could I prepare a spell? Because I can hear more than one person.
Holding an action is.
Right.
Yeah, that's what holding an action is. You're like getting ready to do something, but since there's not a thing to do, you're like, all right, I'm holding off. But as soon as I see it, I'm gonna like do my.
Does that give me like a leg up the next time I go, or is it really just not make a difference?
No, it's just gonna let you go, even though it's not your turn.
Ooh. Okay. Well, what I want to do is I want to clout the first person I see. Because I'm the only one who can see into the hallway other than right now. Like if I lean over the desk, I'm the closest.
Lean over, you can see,
right?
probably Satchel can see, but you guys will be able to work it out. So,
but like Satchel and the others don't have long range attacks, or Flea does, but everybody has guns. I thought everybody has swords. I'm so sorry, y'all. It's a long day. Okay, so I'm gonna lean through the door just a little bit, though, just a little bit. to where I can see outside that motherfucker, and then be like ready, hand at the ready with like a ball of clout right here. I don't know if that's a thing, but in my mind, clout is like visible. It's like a ball. So
Yes, a ball of clout.
yes,
I dig. Well, you're in luck. However, so Satchel, you do see someone down the hall, kind of entering the hallway, kind of looking around. They don't see you. Do you want to take this opportunity to fire?
It's a wrap, son. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna let the revolver bark right now.
Okay. And this is a revolver. The distance. Yep, you're good.
Super Warhawk. I'm sorry, just gotta let it load. I've tried like just making the window smaller so I don't have to like pull it back up. It still makes me wait forever.
Once you have your character sheet open, you can just double click on the name up top and it's going to minimize it. And then you can close it up and make it very small.
One day, right now I feel
One
like
day.
slow motion.
I
Like,
feel just doom, 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 doom.
That's what I feel is going on right now.
That's what I feel is going on right now too. But for some reason, even though I clicked it, it went away. I don't see the results. If you would, could you pre-edge it and then shoot my Super Warhawk with the super murder pellets? I don't want to keep everybody waiting.
Super murder version. Got it.
Yes.
Damn.
Well, so
Super Ruger,
this
the
might
Ruger Super
die.
Warhawk it's a big gun. This is like your large caliber, not quite Desert Eagle, but getting there. And this guy comes down the stairs and Kaida's like, I'm about to clout this mofo. And then you hear a bang and his head just disappears.
And Kaida immediately goes
unaware. Yeah. Unaware, he does not get a defense. So base damage is 9. There's yours.
Yeah. 5 years later, here it comes.
There's the 5. You did not get the 17, but we'll go with the 17. So 9 plus the 17 is 26 physical, -6 to their armor, so they get to roll about 9 dice. Yeah. Your head explode.
And Satchel.
Ooh, Satchel?
Satchel's like kind of like looks at the gun and is kind of like, oh fuck. It didn't quite expect it to go that well.
Etienne was in the process of loading his stick and chucking. He's like, what the fuck?
We got contact.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's
That
do
guy
this
just
now
made
at this
sense.
point. Shit.
All right.
So a head is gone and no one is throwing a punch.
You hear like some cursing and like oh shits and stuff, but nothing more than that.
What?
Kaida, so before
at
the
least
end of the
we know
turn,
this.
is there
At least-
anything you'd like to do? Because you're holding your action and we're about to end the turn, so you can, if there's like you want to give a command to a spirit or you want to cast a different spell or you just want to wait.
I can't heal my stun, can I? With heal. I can't use heal
not
to
your
heal my
drain.
stun.
No, not your drain. You could take a stim patch and that would
Nobody's hurt.
that back for a while. So
Right, and I can't see anybody, so I can't control any thoughts, and I don't know if I need to do that anyway. I can't continue holding my
Right, you
my
can't hold
clout,
through
can I?
the next turn. Yeah.
Okay, so how many actions do I have for my spirits?
If you click on your spirit, you could see how many you have left in the blue box, or the blue circle.
Oh, click on the spirit on the board.
On the map.
I have 5 left. Okay. I want, and he's already ready to strike. And he's maintaining a spell for me right now, right? Increase reflexes.
Mm-hmm.
Could I cast it again? No.
It
make me go
stack.
faster?
It doesn't stack. You could cast it again to try to get a better result, but you can't. But it's unlikely in the situation you're in.
He's gonna do the other one as he sees fit with the and he's waiting to strike these motherfuckers too. Psychokinesis, and spell, accident, concealment. What does influence do?
Same thing. You can just kind of like make them do something, so you can tell them to like open the door, things like that.
Okay, so just he's already doing. I don't really have anything to do at this point. I'm just waiting. I can't.
All right.
Yeah. So I guess I'll tell my spirit to like. Actually, I want to tell my spirit after I just saw what I seen just then. Actually, what I want to do is turn my spirit and say, "Look, everybody gets it." At this point, everybody gets it. That's what I want to tell my spirit.
Okay, you've given a command to your spirit. Done. Satchel.
I call out and then like, is everybody all right? Or and I duck back around the corner and I tell people that someone came down the hallway if they couldn't tell already, and whoever it was no longer a problem. Being hyper aware that we just have like zip ties holding this door, and then I heard something on the other side of the wall, I'm gonna try to move over here. And then try to maintain a vantage point throughout this door. I don't know, I can't draw a line. How do I draw a line? Throughout this door right here into the hallway. So the door is right here, right?
There's a door there, but there's an opening right here too.
Oh, dope. Okay, sweet. All right, even better.
Okie doke. So that's your turn.
And I'm gonna hold. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold with see if I can shoot someone if they come down the hallway.
Okay.
I will pull out my shotgun and wait to see if there are any other bodies that have heads attached to them that come by.
Sounds good. Please. That was loud.
Yeah, no footsteps running upstairs, right?
You hear no, not from behind. That nothing has changed over there. Like no door opening sounds or footsteps or anything. There's some shouting kind of coming from way down at the other end of the building where probably this guy's buddies are saying whatever they have to say about the fact that he doesn't have a head.
Yeah, I'm going to continue to hold action for my shot. I give Satchel kind of a disappointed side eye, but hold my position, and I'm also prepared to use commanding voice if necessary.
Okay. Etienne?
All right, Etienne is gonna take the place of Satchel at the corner, aim down, and if he let the action aim, just point his gun down, and if people are starting to pour down the corridor, he's gonna do suppressing fire. Yeah, suppressing fire.
Okay. At this point, this fellow. So a guy does sort of like try to dash past. So if you want to do your suppressing fire, you can, as he's moving across.
The idea was more of like if they come down our way, I was gonna start shooting. So
Okay.
Do I see him as he crosses the way?
No, you wouldn't have seen him.
Okay.
From there. Okay, so Kaida, you do see this guy as he's like peeking down around this corner, and it is your turn.
Cloudy clout.
Right here.
Is this dude right here? Oh, that dude. I can see him.
The guy in the
But I
middle,
can't
he's
see this
out.
guy.
He's yeah. No, you
Oh,
see
you
him.
just
He's lying in a puddle of
He's
blood
just-
that's spreading out from his neck hole.
Got you. Not a neck hole. Oh, this is funny. Okay. Let me cast Clout.
All right.
Oh, I guess. Okay. -2, not +2. I get a +2 there, right?
No, it's a
for-
negative.
I don't need that. Boom. Fours. Boom. Let's see what I got.
All right.
Okay. Decent.
This guy notices you, so he's going
He
to
didn't
try
see
to
me.
not get it. Let's see what happens. All right. Go ahead and make your drain roll too. And then he does get clouded with that. So
Damn. This is horrible.
oof. That said, you knock his ass clean on the ground. He is out.
Mm.
All right.
So I guess I'll take one of those thingies because I don't have that much more stun I can take, right?
A stim patch.
Yeah, I don't have much more stun because that's 3. It only gives me 3 stun left. Well, how much would a stim patch take me to?
It's got a rating.
And what would be the repercussions again?
If it says stim patch 6, it would give you 6 back. And then in an hour, you will take 7.
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right.
Hey, so where are the stim patches? How do I look at the rating?
It's going to be in your gear if you have it. So as you're looking for that, we're going to move on because your action was to cast the spell.
I
So
don't even know
now
where to
you're
find it, but okay.
looking for the thing.
I don't have a stim patch.
Satchel.
Noticing Flea's disappointing gaze, I'm just kind of like,
Sorry,
and then
I got confused.
like I could have sworn I said stop, hey, halt, stop being evil. You must not have heard it. And then he is going to how does movement work exactly again? How many
right.
squares can I move?
You can move in this turn So you were here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in your blue square, there is a number. That is how many squares you can move in this turn.
So like 36 or something like that.
It was 36, but you took 6 to get in here, so you can move another 30.
Okay, so another 30.
So you can get all the way down there if you wanted, because you are fast, despite your cane.
Is there a door on this wall right here? To where this guy is?
That's not a door. It's more of a window, it's reception, right? So like it's a counter, and then it's clear. So you could jump over that. Yes, you ran over this rubble and through the woods.
To fuck up this dude, I go. All right, so so you said I can come over here and get this guy? There's 3 other dudes over here. Never mind.
Well, I mean, look at that. So they have icons. One of them is dead.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them have I'm unconscious because they're knocked out.
Oh, 1 said and 2 are unconscious?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And so the remaining guy's right here.
Yep.
Okay. Would you say I could draw a line of sight from here to this man, or is he?
Nope. There's a wall right here, and there's a wall.
I mean, you said I could
and
jump.
He's also in the staircase, so you'd have to actually
Okay. Well, then in that case, never mind. I'm gonna come back here. Then, I'm actually just going to cover the stairwell right here.
Sounds good. And Gertrude.
I do have a stim patch, so if you would like, it's just a rating 1, but I can slap that on you if you'd like.
You're muted, Derrier.
I guess if it's only a rating 1, I'll see if anyone has a stronger rating 1 first. But I have to wait till my turn. But thank you.
So, given all that had happened, there's a few tense seconds of just sort of quiet now. After about half a minute, you kind of figure maybe these guys have lost their appetite for coming at you one by one through a hallway. What would you like to do?
Are we done with the fighting?
Yes, we kind of are done with the fighting, because they're not trying to come at you, and so I'm not going to do combat turns for you guys to, walk up and look for them.
So I will get on comms and ask if anyone else has more stim patches that have higher ratings.
I do, but what do we do about them?
Them who? The guards? The people who are in the building?
Yeah, well, they're not coming down now. Doesn't mean they're not gonna try and come around the other way and or come back down once we move forward.
Well, my thing is, at this point, if I don't have a stim patch, we need to leave because we still haven't seen.
I'll get you your stim patch. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I mean, as long as, because if I can't fight this magic shaman, this toxic dude, then it's probably gonna be bad. I mean, unless y'all can take him out.
Etienne is gonna lean over the corner and slide one on the ground. That's a stim patch towards the door where he is, and it's a rating 6.
All right.
So I'll take.
Yeah, slides kind of under the desk next to where you're at, so you can pick it up.
Okay. So I'll do the stimmy.
If we need to retreat anywhere, run to the place where Gertrude and Kaida set up. There's one point of entry, it looks like, so that'll be our retreat space. But is everyone ready to move on downstairs? We got to get this done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I brush past Satchel in the doorway and retain my step into position and start heading down the stairs.
Okay.
Etienne is going to let everyone go by him towards the stairs, and he's going to try and hide a flashbang around here with maybe a little, like, there's a proximity setting on them, right?
You can get them with, so you buy them with however you want them to do, right? So it's,
I thought
you
I
have
could
them bought with that,
switch
or
it.
you buy them with the other way. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I can't do that.
You could theoretically set it down and then shoot it later.
Yeah, but the idea is that if they decide once we're down there, if they want to come back around and get us while we're fighting the mage, they could be blasted before they get to us. But I don't think. Well, I have a hardware kit, but that sounds dangerous to do in the middle of a mission. I don't want to get my face blown up.
Let's keep moving.
Satchel asked Flea. He says to Flea, he seems to be well versed in drugs or whatnot. Do you know how long Neurostun hangs in the air for?
I don't know if there's a knowledge roll I could make for that, but
You can, if there's weapons, poisons, anything that might have to do with that. Alchemy, chemistry.
not so much. It's really a dabbling.
I'm really just interested in it. I think it's
a
cool,
hobby.
but
I'm an
moving out?
enthusiast, not a historian.
It's something that I started switching to when I realized I didn't want to use bullets for everything. And she says that with a small amount of venom in that.
I prefer Viper blades, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
all right. So kind of moving out.
Yeah. You can go ahead. Just before we go down, I'm going to do another thing.
No, go ahead, do it.
Oh, well, Etienne is going to hide a micro camera in the corridor so we can have a view. At least I'll know. And I'm going to tell my agent, like, ping me if you see people coming that way.
All right. Your spirit, Kaida, tells you, hey man, make her stop real quick. As Flea is moving forward.
Please stop.
I stop.
What's up, Spirit? Yeah. What's up, Spirit?
Dude, there's something on the ground over there in that place, that tunnel. It's a tunnel, right? Tunnel going down. It looks like a tunnel. Something on the floor.
There's something on the floor, and I'm speaking out loud. There's something on the floor in the tunnel. Fleet, is there something on the floor in front of you?
I look at the floor.
There does not appear to be anything in particular on the floor. Make a perception test.
Me or her? Her. Sorry.
No, her. She's looking. Yeah, so looking at it, so each of the steps has like a little metal kind of strip at the edge of the step. It's like to help keep people from slipping, right? The third one down, and of course, like it's been a long time, but you feel like the third one down has more like wear on it than the rest for some reason. It's a little dark. You can kind of see with your low light vision. You see that, but you can't make out exactly what it means. But the one step, the third step down, yeah, that little metal strip is more worn, it seems like.
So the stairs might be trapped. It looks like someone's stepping over the first 2 stairs to get to the third one more regularly.
What are the stairs beyond the third one look worn?
I'll lean over, kind of look closer.
It occurs to you that the spirit is the one that warned you.
Me?
Yes.
So it's something
It can't-
magical, not something.
Huh.
I mean, there could be some kind of magical trap thing, but like.
So okay, so the spirit warned me, so that means that it can't be. It's probably not mechanical, right? It's probably like light, beamy light.
I mean, or you could just go walk up there and take a look.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, in the astral plane.
Yeah.
Like look at it from the astral.
I can't just ask him, the spirit.
Well, he told you there's something there, but he doesn't know what it is. You don't know what it is.
Okay, so I'll astral. I'll use, but I don't have to go in astral. I can just use the astral vision.
Yeah,
right?
you just change into your vision. Yeah, so you just head up
I'll
there.
just do the astral vision and then I'll walk forward. But I'm like, because I can't really see, right? I'll walk forward and I'll look at the step.
All right. The third step, there is definitely a magical aura on that third step, right? Make it a sensing test, which you're not great at, but maybe you can get something out of it.
Ever good at a sensing test. Every time I hear that word, I'm like, no. Come on, roll 20. How you doing, buddy? Boom. Boom. Boom.
Okay.
Better than normal.
There is, you can't tell exactly what it is, but there is some sort of alchemical device that has been, so those markings, they're actually like etchings into the metal of it, like someone like scratched etchings into it, and then they imbued it with magical energy. So it's actually like, if you step on it, there is a spell that will go off. You don't know what spell it is, but you know that if you step on it, a spell will go off.
So the opposite of what I said. I was like, yeah, step on the third stair. And you're like, don't step on the third stair.
Yes.
Yeah, because that if all the steps afterward were the same, then that would make sense. Okay. So then what I want to do is I'm going to tell everybody to step back as far as possible.
Okay.
And then I want to get as far away as possible where I can still see the stair. And then I want to cast Magic Hand, Magic Fingers.
While he's doing that, I'm going to grab this dude that has no head, and I'm going to drag him towards the stairs.
Right,
Okay, people,
right.
you can just walk over.
Wait, right. I'm sorry.
Magic Hand.
Let me.
Magic Hand.
Before all
right.
of that, I'm not going to cast Magic Hands. I'm going to ask the group, hey, do you guys want to set off the trap, or do you want to just try to go around it? It's a trap. Clearly, it's a trap. What do y'all want to do?
I think we should just try to step over it. We've already drawn enough sound and attention, and if more comes, and you're already on one stim patch.
It's a group thing. What does the group want to do?
Yeah, I agree with stepping over it.
Yeah, since we don't know what it's going to do, if you try to set it off, it might be like a gas or something that might affect us even if we're not there.
Well, this is why we all have gas masks or lungs that don't need, that just hold air.
It could be electricity, and then the gas mask. It could be a fire, and then that's what you don't know what it is, right?
That's why we just
me and Chris ain't never scared. That's why you got asked as a group, because me and Chris ain't never scared.
Hey, we just tumble his ass down the stairs. We'll figure it out. He'll take the brunt of it.
Yeah,
right,
let's not.
We're
set it up.
outvoted. We were just. It's okay. We were just joking. Right. It's okay. We're outvoted, Satchel. So let's walk over to the stairwell, and I'll be the brave soul, and I'll step from the first and then the second, and then I'll go to the fourth step.
Okay. You step over the third step, triggering nothing because there are no traps on the not third steps. So.
And then I'll do some more astral vision to look down the rest of the steps and see what I see.
Darkness.
And then I will come back from astral vision and continue walking.
Okay. So you are in front. You get to the door.
And then I turn around and be like, ain't y'all coming? Y'all the ones that said y'all didn't want me to be by myself.
No, I'm just amazed that you keep putting yourself in front, even though you know what an axe feels like to the clavicle.
Even though I know who's downstairs is the shaman. You know what? Fine, Flea, you go first.
She's
Okay,
like, yeah, that's what I do.
the plan.
Oh, we had a plan? I didn't realize we had a plan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you were too busy arguing with me over it.
Actually, we had never made a plan, actually. So that's what it was.
Okay.
All right, let's
Okay,
go.
Opening the door.
So Satchel kind of follows Kaida's lead. He kind of hops over that third step onto the fourth, and he makes his way downtown, walking fast. Faces past and we're shaman bound.
There appears to be, as you move down, it kind of curves around, and you find yourselves on the right side of our map, coming down right about there, peeking through. It's definitely. Yep. So you guys see where you're at. You can move your tokens as necessary.
I'll point Satchel to go straight because we need to clear the room, and I'll head this direction.
He nods in understanding and makes his way towards the wall.
All right. As you're moving down, you get this. So your thermographic vision is really off. So if anyone's using just thermographic, it's not doing you any favors down here. There's like weird heat signatures, wavering and kind of pulsing all around. Doesn't seem to have any sort of pattern to it. And it those who are prone to motion sickness are starting to kind of feel that queasiness that comes up. And then a raspy voice cuts through the darkness. Two things are infinite. The universe and human stupidity. And I'm not sure about the universe. You know who said that?
Heath Ledger and Batman. Dark Knight. You sound like the Joker right now.
After a moment of silence, I didn't think so. Thus, proving the point, if you continue along this course, you'll also prove how infinite human or meta-human stupidity really is. Choose wisely. Leave now.
Look, we just want two things, and then we can all go our separate ways and never see each other again.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pinpoint where the sound is coming from with the spatial recognizer as he's talking.
Okay. Make a perception test with your plus whatever for your hearing thing.
So in about 15 minutes, this roll will probably come up.
Yep. When it does, we'll see it because I'll just go in. Everything here belongs to me.
Pretty
Why
sure
would
that
I let thieves pilfer my things?
pretty sure there's a spell focus that's not yours.
And I doubt you're
Then put you up
making.
to this.
I doubt you're making much use of that node.
What node?
Well, the one we came to get.
The one that says that this is my building.
It has some interesting research on it. We're real interested in
Does it now?
science. And helping mages.
You know that it's coming from down this hallway. Like the person is not in the room, like with you, Satchel.
So down the hallway, like down here.
Like around the corner and down somewhere beyond. Could be magic is being used to project a voice or something. You're uncertain. Seeing as you haven't come down guns blazing, you seem decent. I'd hate to have to kill you all.
We appreciate that. We really don't like killing either. It's goes against everything I stand for, and I'm side-eyeing hard on Satchel right now.
Satchel kind of like puts his revolver behind his back.
It's not what we're about. It's not what I'm about. But you understand, we have a job to do, and we just need these two things, and we don't need to get into it.
You understand that your job is to steal from me. I'm kind of averse to that.
Happy to pay you for it.
Pay me what? What do you have that I would want? Here, in the zone, in this radiation sickness and contamination.
You know, it's worth a lot. It's worth a lot for Shadowrunners to owe you a favor.
Make a persuasion test.
I'm astounded that he's talking to us this much, so I'm real happy right now. All right, I want to use lots of edge on this, but I think my best thing to do is post edge. Let me make sure. So my charisma is 7. My negotiation is 1. So yeah, I think I'm going to post edge that if I need to. I have, oh, wait, do I have, let me check my benefits. Do I have a NERPS or a SmackDown? Bennies. Let's see. I have a SmackDown. Let's do it.
Oh.
Okay. So, with 4 net hits, Lothan's trinket is a small thing. You may take it. It is on the desk in the lab there.
Thank you. That's real cool of you. I'm gonna go grab it.
Go take it. You find the thing that you think is it. But there's silence for a moment, and then the node is mine. I need it. I have use for it. Cannot take it. Go now.
What about copies of what's on it?
Fine. Who makes the copies?
We've got someone here that's real good at copying and pasting stuff.
That'd be me. Says he's unsure of himself.
And the rest of you stay back. One come.
Okay, but I was really hoping to meet you. We're having a really great talk here.
1.
Etienne looks around to the others like, "Are you kidding me? I'm not going there. What the fuck?"
I have some computer skill. Can I just? I know how to copy and paste, right?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do it. Actually, new friend, that's very reasonable, despite what people might say outside of the zone. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come and do the copy paste with you. I'd love to meet you. If I die here, guys, it's been really nice playing with you. I have enjoyed this. 13 episodes in. Beth, I'm terrified.
Etienne is gonna enter a data chip. You sure I can come with you?
Nope, he's been very reasonable so far. He said 1. I'm not going to break those rules.
Okay.
Good night, sweet princess.
If I die, avenge me. Hit him. If I die and I'll look at Kaida and Satchel, murder the fuck.
Murder. Okay.
All right. So you see this hallway as you kind of come around. And then as you're walking down, you hear first door on the right.
Thank you. Where am I? There I am. Hold on. There I am. Boop.
On sub-vocal mics, I'm like, you might want to prep one of these gas grenades or something. Just dead man switch.
I've still got my my gun out, so.
All right. Entering into this utility room. It's dark. There's a little bit of light that your low light vision can kind of make out shapes just because the door to the first floor is open. So whatever residual light kind of is reflecting off. Enough that you aren't going to trip over anything, but not enough that you can make out what all the stuff is in there. Mostly because nothing is on. Everything is off.
You know, the lab next door is more spacious. You should hang out in there.
Do what you came to do. Go.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna look for the node. She
Make a
gets
perception
real
test.
weird when she's nervous. Okay.
Make a perception test at -3.
Can I use NERPs to offset that a little bit?
You can always. Yes.
NERPs are 2, right?
3.
Oh, okay. Okay, then no negative.
Pinkie Pie Stormtrooper might have just completely stopped that entire fight. All right. You do see a couple of things that could be the node. It's hard to tell, but there's definitely nothing. They're not powered up, so it's going to be really hard to get information out of them.
So I've got to power them up first, right?
Somehow.
I'm gonna look for. Is it plugged in?
Yes. I mean, as like you're like reaching around and trying to feel it, like that definitely feels like it's hooked into the wall somehow.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm just gonna turn my flashlight on. I bought flashlights.
Now you can see.
Flashlights.
Yes,
You
you
can
did.
see. Yes. So you find you're actually this is a space heater, so that wasn't it. Okay, so you move down and go over to the actual node. They're similar shape, size, and again, not powered on. Seems to be plugged in. Of course, probably like many places in the zone, there's no power to the building at all. So gonna have to figure out a way to power it up.
Can I like make some kind of like plug it into my comm link and use that power source?
That's an idea. What's your hardware skill?
I have 3.
All right. Well, that's definitely a thing you can try to do, is try to sort of jury rig a power option for this server node.
Hey, I got a 3 on it. By the way, I'm doing this while facing the door because I am not putting my back to the door.
Okay.
And I'm going to whisper into the sub.
This-
Oh, still alive, guys. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay. This is an extended test, so that means that you're going to have to reach my threshold, which is not that that's sneaky or anything, because you can just look there too. But you've got so each roll is about a minute of time that you're fiddling with it. You're basically having to like change wiring around and route it through and plug it in. So you can make a second test. This is at -1.
Okay.
And that's
Can
the second minute.
Etienne provide tech support via communication?
I don't know.
Hey, Etienne, I'm plugging this in, and the boy part doesn't quite fit the girl part. What do you recommend?
Well, if you don't have an adapter on hand, you can just strip the wires and make sure you connect the ground to the ground and this one to this one, and then that should do the trick. Depending,
Okay.
I could use visuals.
I'm gonna put you on hold. And then I start rigging with it. So I'll make my second roll.
Okay, first, because of the help, because your contacts are rating 1, I'm going to limit it by that. Limit your roll for helping, but you can go ahead and make a hardware roll, Thomas, to see if you can assist at all.
Yeah.
So 1, you can add 1. So -1 +1, same dice pool as before.
Cool. So while I'm tinkering with the wires and stripping the cable and stuff, I'm gonna try to chat with the so how's what you doing down here? Like how's the CZ treating ya and the radiation?
Do you have any banana bread recipes or anything like that?
I think I'm gonna post edge that roll.
Okay.
Aha, 3 total.
3. With that, you get you kind of connect the part and then plug it into your comm link, and your comm link kind of like dims a little bit, and then just like the slightest of lights comes on the server node. You feel like the server node is probably going to drain your power very quickly, so
Gertrude's
slotting in the data chip.
got a cable in the car. I can recharge.
Probably.
All right, I get to plugging it in and doing the download.
Okay. Yeah, so you're plugged in, you get the data chip in, and just make a quick one-off hardware check just to make sure you didn't like bend the chip or whatever as you're like trying to put it in and break it or whatever. I don't know. We were just looking for not a glitch. Very good. Okay. Yeah, so you put it in there, you give it some time. Eventually it does complete the download, and you have the information from the node, if not the node itself.
All right. Can I see an icon anywhere through the comlink that I could, because I owe this guy a favor, right? So like leave my digits with him.
You do not see any other icon or device down here.
Okay. So how do you wanna reach me for that favor?
I have a sense of who you are. You're marked. When I need you, I will find you.
All right. Well, I appreciate you not being a murder hobo and being open to negotiations. So pleasure working with you. Okay. I'm gonna head back to the group.
Okay, so you head back to the group. Everyone sees you kind of come around the corner, still alive. It's good.
Hi guys,
All right.
we can go now.
All right,
Did
so
you
do
get
wanna kill him?
everything?
I got everything.
What did you say, Satchel?
But do we want to kill him anyway? He seems to be a pretty bad dude, right? That's what everybody says.
Everyone said it, but he didn't just attack us, and I think that says a lot. We were expecting him to just attack us.
So
I can
the-
hear you.
Yeah, that was a bit of a rude question there, Satchel.
Satchel
I'm new to this.
didn't grow up around people, so apologies. You know, Shadowrunners don't have great social skills. We'll be on our way.
did we get the other the other thing, the trinket, as he said?
Yep, I got it right here. I'm gonna
Alright.
hold it and ask
Okay.
Kaida, like, it glows, right? When you look at it with the...
With the squinty thing.
You're pretty sure it does. Everything down here sucks, though. So
I don't want to stick around too long. It's Etienne is going to look at his hidden camera upstairs, see if there's a group of ganger waiting for them.
no, nothing. Everything's quiet.
Everything seems clear up there, so wouldn't be against leaving.
We got everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I have
So-
this stinking feeling in my gut right now?
So let me just make sure. We got the Lothan focus. We've got the deed info, and we've got the files from the node for the research. So we should be good.
I think so.
All right.
Yeah,
Bye.
I remember.
Gertrude's
Okay.
gonna leave a handful of iodine tablets on one of the tables in this lab area before she leaves.
Okay. All right. With that, you head out the door going upstairs. Everybody make a memory check real quick.
Oh yeah, I took drugs. +1.
Damn, Etienne.
Yeah, yay drugs. End the game. End the game.
Love you.
Oh, and satchels. That'll come
Yeah.
whenever it comes.
Yeah, it'll show up.
All of a sudden, it'll be 10 minutes later. I'll go, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I got it.
You got 8 dice. You could buy two successes with that. So I'm just gonna go. Yeah, everyone remembers there's a booby trap step as you hustle out the door. Yeah, you exit the building. Street's quiet.
I'm picking up my camera.
Pick up your camera. The Spirit of Air has completed all of its services at this point. Now that you're out of the building and leaving, so it lets you know that it is going back to home. Call again if necessary. Your Spirit of Man is like, yeah, man. There's like 2 guys upstairs. Like, they're done. So yeah, made sure I took care of them for you. And then you guys hop into Gertrude's van
That's funny.
and make
That-
your way.
That felt way too easy, guys.
Let's head to the
that's
closest
SmackDown.
decontamination chamber.
That sounds
What?
like a good idea. I don't know much
Do
about
you-
that, but
Do you know of many decontamination chambers?
I don't. I assume there's one somewhere around here or right outside. This seems like a service that should be provided.
Hey Siri.
Okay. I mean, you don't know where there's decontamination services per se, but given that there's radioactivity there, maybe some local mages might have the decontaminate spell that.
Would your friend Lothan, is that something he might be able to do, since we have to give him this thing anyway, and it definitely is going to need to be decontaminated?
That's Takeda.
Is that to me?
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
sorry, my computer. Well, you have to say it again.
So Kaida, would your friend Lothan be able to do a decontamination spell ritual thing?
As far as I know, Lothan's not a mage. Or maybe he is. I don't think he's a mage.
He is absolutely a mage.
Okay. Thank you,
He's
Sarah.
your dude that sells you mage stuff. So
I got it. Thank you.
And last episode we covered it.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, so I'm gonna call him.
You're not dead?
Surprisingly, but some other people are, but I'll tell you about that later. Listen, do you do a decontaminate spell?
Yeah, I can cast that. You got my thing?
What thing?
The thing I told you to get when you went.
Remind me what I was supposed to get?
I just hold the focus up, like.
Oh, this is not a public call. This is just me.
Okay.
Thank you.
My focus.
What thing was I supposed to get for you? The focus. Yes, we got the focus.
Yeah, focus.
Gotcha. Yeah, we got it.
Okay, well, bring it, and I will decontaminate you.
Yeah. But these two things are not the same. You still owe me a favor.
You owe me a favor.
I was trying to pull one on you. I guess, yeah, I do. All right.
Yeah.
This will
I've been
fulfill
around the
my
block.
favor. Whatever. This will fulfill my favor, though.
Sure.
Gotcha.
All right. Well,
All
see
right.
you when you get here.
Great. Yeah, he'll do it.
Hangs up.
So we're heading to Lothan first.
So you're heading to
Yes.
Lothan first, and that is where we'll end the session for now. Just so everyone kind of knows what was going on there. Kaida's spirit was told to scare them, and having an intellect of 6, decided the best person to scare was their mage. So Party Girl, the female shaman that was upstairs, was feared by the air spirit, and so she left, jumped off the balcony. That's what you heard hitting the ground outside. And then she was like, well, I'm not going without my air spirit. It needs to protect me. So she called her air spirit to her. Hound Dog, the leader of the hot dogs, was like, yo, where are you running off to? That's his girlfriend. So he goes running off after her to see what's going on. The rest of the guys just were coming downstairs to see what, maybe something was going on. And then you murdered them all except for 2 who, at about that point, I think Kaida said something about like, oh, it's on now. You could just go up there and murk everybody. And so when they decided not to fight anymore, and they're just like, we don't want to get our heads blown off, they went upstairs and found a spirit of man who fried them with electricity. But no one knows about that. The 2 guys that were knocked out with clout, they will recover. Full recoveries for them. They'll be fine. Who knows what becomes of the remainder of the hot dogs? Downstairs, I mean, you used a smackdown. What you convinced him. He's polite. He is somewhat reasonable. But you do now owe him a favor.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
That's gross.
We should have just fought him. I don't want to.
So we'll ask Beth what favor her creation there might.
Write the mission part 2.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know about mission part 2. I don't want to put Beth down for that much. But if she's got an idea for what he wants,
I don't have to worry about that patch
I'd like
now,
to hear
right?
it. No, because it'll like because you weren't one away, right? You're at least a couple away. So yeah, it eventually comes back. You have a headache and you'll have to rest. But we'll cover that next week.
And you owe me a patch.
You didn't say that. No,
I'm saying it now.
It's too late. You can't tell somebody they owe you something after they already gave it to them. That ain't how the world works, boo.
All right.
Fuck up your combination.
He's from Montreal, and that's how things we do in Montreal.
Yes.
Yeah. we do have to cover.
Okay. So with that, thanks everyone for watching. Thank you very much to the cast. Thank you very much to Tom, who is behind there, toiling away at tech, making sure you're seeing the map and seeing what everyone's doing. And
Sending
we'll
me
see
messages
everybody
in Discord to remind me to use my benefits.
Yes.
Thanks.
So yeah, if hopefully we'll see everybody next week. Next week. Wait, what's next week? The 22nd cast. It's 3 days. Is anyone going Christmas stuff going blah?
I'll be
Does
here.
anyone need a break next week?
I'll be here
Okay.
next week.
So we will see everybody next week, and get everyone paid out and find out what they're going to do with their time and karma and money. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Hey,
Bye.